Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Minecraft.
Good morning.
How are you?
Who are you?
With KeenCrafting.
Nice to meet you.
This is Chris, as always. I'll be the tour guide on this crazy train.
You idiot!
Where we left off on last episode, well,
Hello,
yeah.
cutie pie.
Last episode was kind of shite. I'm not gonna,
Yeah. Yes.
not gonna lie.
Yes.
It sucked.
Yeah.
I thought I was bumping the resolution up in OBS
Wrong.
to 1440p. I thought that would get us a prettier picture.
Negative.
Well, that failed. And what we got what we got was a glitchy mess. And it was practically unwatchable, I think. The average view times on that episode was 30 seconds. I think that's a record. But yeah, and it's already nighttime. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm not, but it is what it is. I definitely recommend to anybody, if you want to have children, make sure that your partner is of the quality that was not mine. Because they can pretty much own you the rest of your life. And even if you're married and your wife has a kid from anybody else, it's yours. Surprise. And you get to support it the rest of your life, or until they're 18. And they can use you and toss you to the curb, and you are screwed. And that's my position right now. Yep. I'm double screwed because I paid an attorney $2,000 to represent me in the divorce proceedings because I thought I was getting hosed for child support. Yeah, right. They initially said, "Oh, we're gonna give you a break. We're gonna be nice. We're only gonna charge you $650 a month. $650, yeah. One kid. Not my kid because I can't have children. So we got a sperm donor to have that kid. And immediately afterwards, she sabotaged our world, kicked me out of our house, and so I paid the $2,000 for the attorney, and the mofo didn't show up to a single hearing. Not one. Nope. So then the judge was like, "Oh, so we're not gonna be nice. We're gonna change our mind. Instead of the $650 a month, guess what? You're paying $1,000." Yeah, that's pretty much a third of my income at this point. So I am pretty much looking for a new attorney, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that $2,000 back because bro didn't do his job. So I have been anger caving for like the last 3 hours. And yeah, right next to me, right here. Oh yeah, got me a Baja Blast with a lot of Bacardi 151. And I may or may have yeah, let's just say that at this point I'm feeling pretty good.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So do you have anything to show for it, Chris? For 3 hours of anger caving and lighting up. Holy cow, these caves under this house are ridiculous. They go out, what is it? We're negative 180. I think I was at negative 8 something. Way the heck out west. So where are we facing? South, north. So way out that way. I found a surface cave, came up, and there's literally 2 plains villages within sight of where I was. That's beautiful. Alright, stop mincing words, Chris. So, did he, I discovered a huge abandoned mineshaft section with no less than 5 poison spider spawners, those little bastards. I destroyed them. I hate them. There's literally no use for them. Did find 2 zombie spawners. That was fun. Got some goods out of it. But this is some of the stuff that I found in the 3 hours of cave. Yes. So those spider spawners have all of those mine chests, those mine carts with the chests in them, and check out what I found. So in those chests were some rails, activators, detectors, some coal. I found these just laying around in the caves after I put out the water. We found some glowing sacks and was crap beetroot seeds, a bunch of torches. That's what I'm impressed at. And this, 39 diamonds. A couple of golden apples. Got thorns 1. It gets better from here. Thorns 1. Boom. Fire protection 4, unbreaking 3. And protection 4, feather falling 4, and unbreaking 3. So we're gonna I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm just gonna disenchant that, because that sucks. Thorns, I hate thorns. And that got us nothing. But let's see. We're gonna make some. They were feather falling, so let's make some boots. And what was the other one? Fire protection. I think I've got... Do I have pants upstairs that I could throw those on? Fire protection's always nice. Except one of these bastards. So yeah, I hope somebody had a nice day out there. So our booties, and these will be our kicks. Our what would be a good name to name these guys? Our Corvette shoes. They are our New Balance. New Balance kicks. Well, so when we go checking out Corvettes at the car show, and we'll put we'll put that there. And that's pretty much all of our levels. Okay, great. I wonder how much it's going to cost to put mending on either one of these. Oh, we can put mending on the pants. Cost us 5. But I didn't get the other one. Oh boy. So that cost us 9. Okay. Well, now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Go! And we got nothing on that guy. And those are crap. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put those. And the 35. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, crap. We left the tool station. Because we don't have one down here, do we? Nope. So yeah, that was kind of a fun way to get a little frustration off. Killing a bunch of stuff. And 1 tick. And where did we put our tool station? I thought it was right here. Oh, yeah it is. Our crap. What?
You idiot!
You used to be somebody I could trust.
Oh. I'm retarded.
Yes.
It's scrap. You need to change that into netherite with gold. So, yeah. Let's... Okay. Let's use this opportunity to show you guys the work I did in the Nether. You will not believe it. We didn't... Thankfully, I didn't show you on the last episode because, well, it sucked. But we have kind of a wall, a perimeter around this. This goes down to what I had planned to be our scrap, our netherite farm. But we are now enclosed. 3 high, so I can just do this all day long. And just a torch or 2. We are safe all the way. Yeah, baby. You can't get me. Okay, we're too high here. My bad. I thought it was 3 high the whole way. And then to make matters worse, this weekend would have been my normal weekend. I have had a little guy running around the house. But the ex decided, hey, you're not paying child support, so you can't watch him. You don't get him this weekend. Huh. Then, you know, I was like, okay, I'll make other plans then. And then she griped me out because I made no attempt to get him for the weekend. I know. Like, that was exactly the way it was when we were married. No idea what to believe from day to day. There was never a set schedule. It was always just her whim. Whatever she wanted. So, that's nice. You know, at least a nice thing about now. I'm single, staying this way. I will do what I want. Instead of having to walk on eggshells and just wait for the demandments to come from up high. Apparently, listening to her stories, I was married to Mother Teresa, who could walk on water. It's a insane situation. I don't recommend this to anybody. So stay single, people. That's what my eye doctor used to tell me all the time. Stay single. Yeah, I didn't listen to him. Didn't listen to him twice, but it's amazing how ex-wife number 2 makes ex-wife number 1 seem so sane. And seriously, she is. We still talk occasionally.
I do love the taste of a good burger.
Yeah. After this last debacle, I really think my first wife was the best I have had, and I was dumb, young, and things happened, and I ducked. What's sad is that's the one thing I've always wanted in life, to have children. And basically I was a dick, and so there we go, up to the fortress up there. Then we come around, go around the fortress, up here, through the fortress again, and we have to the beach. Yes. I need to build a beach house someday. So that is the safety net that we have built around ourselves all the way over here. Now, I need to build a mob farm at some point in time to make, so we can get an unlimited supply of gunpowder, because unfortunately the mining modality that I have chosen for the netherite is TNT. I could try the beds, but and I do have all those sheep. Oh, sorry about that. Decided to fist the microphone. I don't recommend that to anybody. Don't fist your microphone. So yeah, I was young, I was dumb. Pretty much blamed my first wife for us not having children. And then during the second marriage, I got checked out. Guess what? I'm broken. Yep. But it doesn't matter now. It is what it is. So the nice thing is she just now decided to tell me, oh yeah, by the way, your attorney didn't show up to a single hearing. Yeah, that would have been nice to know a year or two ago when this was all going down. But no, in standard fashion, she just held on to it until it was over. And the opportunity to screw me even harder arose. And she said that. And then she was like, oh yeah, by the way, you owe $15,000 in back child support. Yeah, decided. You know, they've been garnishing my checks for the last 2 years, so clearly, I don't know where that went. It must have not gone to pay off my back child support. And there's pretty much no possibility I will ever be able to pay off 15 grand. They must think nurses are just rich and drug dealers, because those are the only people that I know that have $15,000 laying around in cash. And then just yesterday she was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's 30 grand now. Nice. You know, whatever. 15, 30, it's a number that has no meaning to me. That's pretty much half of my yearly salary. So yeah, I guess I need to find a new attorney this next week to try to recoup that 2 grand, or whatever part of the 2 grand that homeboy couldn't claim to have quote unquote used for my defense. And I'm sure that'll cost me more money, you know. And then I mean, there's only one at this point. I literally cannot afford to see him. Not trying to get out of child support. I can't do it. So I guess we will have to agree that I just won't ever see him again, which a world without him isn't a world I want to live in, but it is what it is. This is why I don't like attorneys. Never have. I mean, there was one.
This is
that was
a tasty
different.
burger.
Because I never realized, so the high school I went to, we had probably the best debate team in the state, easily, hands down. Of course, there was a blonde that, hi guys, how are you? You're still down there? Alright. There was the blonde, of course, because in high school it always revolved around girls. That was hot, I have to admit. I'd literally talk about it. Hey, good grief. I'm such a goob. I was back then. Just pathetic. I would... Okay, we're going here. I would go to debate practice. Sit in the back of the room and just listen. Never realized that those are lawyers. That's what lawyers do. They practice arguing with other lawyers. I didn't know that. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, I would go in the back and sit and listen to her argue with other people. So that's my attorney story. The one. And up until, you know, the last 10 years, you know, I don't really have the need for an attorney. I did, back when I was in my 20s, late 20s, I bought a motorcycle, a dirt bike, off a dude at work. And it was my dream bike. Back when I was growing up, I raced dirt bikes as a kid. and I was horrible at it. Pretty much, you know, that's part of the course. But I had a dude I practiced with, a kid, that was, his dad was a big Kawasaki guy. And if you remember back in the 80s, what was his name? I rode, my dad bought me Yamahas, so I was a Hurricane Hannah fan, automatically. But there was a guy, Jeff Ward, I think it was his name, was an amazing guy, amazing rider, Kawasaki guy. And I remember watching him, his 250 races. The guy was a stud. I mean, there's no way around it. But the KX250 was, in my opinion, the epitome of power. They were beautiful, and the green was kind of cool. So I swore someday I would own me a KX250. Well, guess what? One came up for sale. One of the mechanics I worked with was like, hey, I got a KX250. And I was like, freaking sweet. How much? And I think it was $500, which is ridiculous now because you can't find a decent dirt bike that isn't totally clapped for less than $3 grand, especially 250. It's ridiculous where money has gone because of this COVID crap. So I bought it. It was sweet. He said he was having trouble with it running right. It was running ridge and fouling plugs all the time, which is what old bikes did back then. So I did some adjusting at work, on the clock, of course, on the carbs, or the carb. There wasn't carbs. It was a single cylinder 250. Gosh, what am I smoking? I mean, I am a little drunk. So, speaking of a little drunk, let's have another drink here. Ah, that's good. Baja Blast and rum. Oh, I'll pay for it later, but I don't care. 151. That's the goods. So, adjusted the carb. Decided to take it. Where I worked, we had a big field behind the shop. It was a car dealership. Worked in the shop. I was the wash bay foreman. Ooh. I felt like I was... no, I didn't. I made like... What was I making? $8 an hour or something like that. Which is... $8.50, I think. Not gonna lie. That's good money in Kansas for... what was it? Late 90s? So... took it out to the field in the back to see if the carb adjustments did anything. And they didn't, really, realistically speaking. Okay. So, but they had just laid sod on the little strip along the street. So I didn't think I was, it was a dead-end street, basically. It wasn't going anywhere. So I just idled it. I didn't think I was, killing anybody. Idled it along the street to get to the field, ripped around the field a little bit, and then just idled it back. Apparently there was a police officer who had nothing to do, was sitting at the Ford dealership across the street, and was like, so didn't pull me over. So I pulled into the parking lot. I had the tailgate down on my truck with a ramp. Just pulled the bike up high. Pulled my bike up onto the ramp. Pulled it into the truck. Yeah, okay. And went back to work. It was close to the end of the day. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Wasn't really busy that day. So I pulled it on the truck, went back to work. Hi. and thought nothing of it. Well, homeboy was sitting there in the Ford parking lot, just waiting for me. And what he did was he pulled up into the lot and came into the back. Hey, did I see gold? Yes, I did. I see butter. Sorry, concentrating. It hurts my brain to have to do 3 things at one time. I don't know what I'm talking about. So he came into the wash bay. Was like, "Is that your bike?" And my dumbass said, "Yeah, why?" "Well, you're not supposed to be driving on the street." I was like, "This is a private road." I thought. "Nope, this is a public street. I could give you 7 tickets." Because I was riding a dirt bike on the street. So I didn't have a motorcycle license. Well, it's a frickin' dirt bike. No headlight. It's a frickin' dirt bike. No insurance. It's a frickin' dirt bike. No brake light. I mean, he went through all of this crap, and I was like, well, okay. Do whatever you gotta do. So I went back to work. And homeboy wrote me 5 tickets. He was being quote-unquote nice. Hi, guys. So he wrote me 5 tickets. That was the last time I needed an attorney. Because normally, I don't break the law. I don't speed. I've literally been pulled over once in my entire life. Oh, God. Literally. And I congratulated the police officer because I was in my mid-40s the first time I got pulled over. So, you dick. So, he got an attorney for that. And he got, I think, 4 of them thrown out. And I think the only thing I got dinged for was the insurance or something like that. Which, that was a whole ordeal to deal with that. But, yeah. Okay. Just in case. Okay. I'm only going to do some of these. Nope. Okay. Good enough. Okay. You go there. I don't even know where I was going with this story, but you can tell. Never needed an attorney, really, in my life. And the one time where it's imperative I find a good one. No, I get a shite one. Literally looked the dude up on Google to check out his reviews. Apparently he's done this many times. There's several 1-star reviews that said, took my money, didn't do a damn thing, left me high and dry, screwed me. Like, oh, alright, well, I don't feel so bad now. I mean, I do, but if I'd have just done my research. But one of my coworkers said, hey, this guy's great. He did our work. Was awesome. Well, don't know what to tell you. He was a different guy. He must have been a lot younger and cared about his job and cared about upholding the integrity of his profession. Because that's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. Dude claimed he could not get a hold of me. Guess what? Who can't get a hold of him? Yeah, me. Won't return phone calls, emails. He knew I was a night shift worker. Knew that I slept during the day. And yeah, didn't care. That's what it boils down to in the end. Do you care about your job? Do you care about your customers? Whoa, shite. Okay, yeah, thank you. Now, when you don't care about your job or your customers, that's what happens. So, I guess if anybody knows a good attorney in Wichita, Kansas, let me know. Preferably one that doesn't charge $300 a minute for their services. Okay, I guess that rain's over. So what has everybody else been doing? Let me know. I don't know. I worked my last day at my current unit yesterday. Well, Thursday night. And that was another thing. She apparently has people snooping on, clearly must be my Facebook page or something. Because she's like, and you're getting another job to duck out of having to pay for child support? I was like, not a new job. Don't know where you heard that. New unit, perhaps. But that's not a new job. I'm going to take this stuff. This stuff's kind of cool. Wonder, has anybody used this stuff to, what is it called? Dripstone blocks to build? That's kind of, I think that would complement copper pretty well. Yeah. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Copper. Speaking of copper, where's my nuggets? Okay. So, where did I put my escape? Shift. Okay, we're gonna take care of some of that. Gravel. Oh, I got gravel in another. That stuff is smooth. That stuff is gravel. I do have a little bit of sand. Okay, you guys go in there. You guys go there. Okay, blackstone. Seven. I don't know. Oh, that's right. It was full. So, yeah, you go in there. I'll put 6 in there. I don't care. Just trying to get some experience out of this. Ooh. Maybe try to bump us up a little level. Actually, no. Don't hit the workbench. And okay. Anything else? Oh yeah. Boom, boom, boom. minutes out of you too. That's the bottom, right? Yep. You. Now, what did I do with the dripstone? Dripstone. Oh. I forgot I had gold. Now, mob drops. Oh, it's bottom left. Right. Okay. Those guys. So, we did a little mining today. Let's go up and let's see what time it is. It's the middle of the night. Get some sleep. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to do the stairs, me. That comes down. That goes up. We can take this all the way to the top. So, we will come over here and update our board. So, pearls and blazer rods. So we're working on the netherite crap. Then we're going to do this, do that. Okay. Netherite crap. Or scrap. Whatever you want to call it. And I can't really do that until I have a negligible source of gunpowder. So, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Thanks for putting up with my rants. I apologize, but I have a great viewer. I mean, I have great viewers. I actually had some views here recently. It's ridiculous. 15 views on a video? What? Cut it out. Yeah. Keep it up, people. I mean, I may have counted for one of those views, but anyway, maybe a like or two. Hey, if you can't like your own stuff, you can't like other people's stuff. If that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. It's a little difficult to figure out. So let's harvest this real quick. See how much. I know I got a lot. I know I got a lot planted. I heard something splash. Doodads in the toilet. I heard you splash. Come on, float to the surface, homie. Thank you. But like I was saying, thanks a lot for watching my videos. It's not just Zach watching, but I appreciate everything everybody does for me. I hope we can occupy somebody's time, give them a break from being an adult. It freaking sucks. I don't know, you know, we spend our childhoods. Can't wait to be an adult. And to be honest, I don't understand who would want to be an adult on purpose. Don't know. It sucks. That's all I gotta say. Do we have any clay around here? Oh, yeah. I don't know what I want it for, but... Okay, we'll do that. Okay. And there we go. That's how we make cobblestone. Why are you guys not floating? You too good to float? Okay, anyway. Where we were going before I got distracted by sugarcane. How much did we get, by the way? Holy cow. I think we're gonna be okay for sugarcane. Just throwing that out there. 5.5 stacks. Yeah, that's a thing. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you're gonna be watching, there's more. You might as well go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out a tremendous amount that I don't know about, because the YouTubes and its crazy digitals, a fella does it. It's too confusing. It's just a normal fella cannot understand what the analytics and click-througs and blah blah blahs, but it helps. I'm go ahead, yeah, hammer that thumbs up button if you can. It would help me out a ton, I think, or something. Whatever. Comment down below. Tell me I'm crazy. And I'm fairly certain my ex-wife number 2 would agree with you. And hey, shift, double click. There. I'm gonna make that our new. Is it that one? Yeah. Our new home for sugarcane. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that clay in there too while we're at it. And then one cobble. Now that one cobble, we can cook. There. So yeah, comment below. Tell me anything. Your favorite color. Tell me if you like cats. I don't care. Since you're going to be down there, leaving comments and likes and whatnot, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I'm not going to charge you anything. I wouldn't make anything anyway. But most importantly, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care, and I will see you on the next episode.